5 degrees. A lot of folks are wondering, when did that happen? It's been chilly all day. Well, that was just after midnight. Cold front moved in and temperatures immediately started dropping during the overnight hours. We rebounded a little bit into the 50s, but it's been pretty chilly all day. Now, our low so far is 48 degrees. That was just at about 8:30 this morning. We will likely be colder than that before midnight tonight. So the low for the day will be wherever our temperature is at 11:59 tonight. Beautiful outside, although it has been chilly in the 50s. Not exceedingly cold, especially compared to what's on the way for the next couple of mornings. Dew points are lower humidity, winds out of the northwest at 9, but they will start increasing and pretty breezy during the night, and that will cause some wind chills to be a factor on the North Shore, where temperatures in Macomb are already dropping into the 40s, low 50s on both sides of the lake, and those temperatures, especially as the sun goes down, will start to plummet, as will the dew points. Even drier air will be pushing in, and winds breezy out of the north right now will likely increase as well. Because of that increasing wind and temperatures dropping into the low mid-20s, we have a wind chill advisory beginning at midnight tonight through 9 a.m. on Saturday. So not only are we dealing with the hard freeze north of the lake, but kind of dangerous wind chills where it will feel more like 10 to maybe even at times some single digits. Certainly feeling more like the teens during the night and early tomorrow morning, but it could be even colder of a feel than that. So just use caution if you are on the North Shore, where temperatures tomorrow morning will start out in the lower and mid-20s. Now again, this is very cold, not as cold as the air mass was earlier in the week. We're not talking teens, and we're not talking as long of a duration of that sub 25 degree reading. That's really when pipes become more at risk. Certainly keep them wrapped, and again, since we had to deal with this early in the week, most everyone has already wrapped their pipes or protected plants, and if you haven't protected them, you've already lost them, so no need to even redo that. But again, we will likely see this for the weekend, or we will see this for the weekend, and then likely not for a while longer, as our pattern will begin to shift. We've got the colder air surging out of Canada right now, and even that is not as bitterly cold as it had been. Single digits, yes, is plenty cold, but it's not the minus or sub-zero temperatures that we saw earlier in the week. That Arctic air kind of reaches its pinnacle as far as going south tomorrow and into early Sunday. Then by Sunday afternoon, evening, the Arctic air starts lifting north and our pattern begins to shift. We will start to see more upper troughing out west, which for us starts bringing back a warmer pattern, and we are looking at a big warm-up as we continue through next week. And a high likelihood, even beyond this coming week, we will likely stay above average for our temperatures. That's putting us closer to the start of February. Getting into February is still a little too soon. And then as far as the upper pattern goes, with that upper troughing pulling away with the winter weather, this upper troughing out west will start bringing us better rain chances. This is very typical of an El Nino winter, and we have several days of rainfall headed our way for probably most of next week, beginning Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we now have a slight risk of heavy flooding, or of heavy rainfall that could lead to flooding, I should say. So more scattered heavy downpours that could lead to maybe a bit more widespread street flooding. We will likely see a repeat of that most days next week, and through the course of next week, we could see anywhere from 5 to 6 and even 7 inches of rainfall. Over the span of several days, we can handle it, but any of the heavier downpours, it suddenly becomes a little bit more of a concern. So that is something we watch for next week. The big warm-up, while welcomed if you're not a fan of the cold, what's not welcome is several days of rainfall, kind of looking like a fairly wet week. No wintry weather with our hard freeze coming in overnight tonight. We are under clear skies. There is no rainfall, nothing that would change over to sleet, nothing like that. So all we have to contend with tonight is the hard freeze, and for tonight as well north of the lake, the wind chill advisory for tomorrow night and Sunday morning, a hard freeze, but the winds will have settled a bit more. High temperatures this weekend staying in the 40s, then quickly mid-60s by Monday, and then we're nearing 70 degrees with our rain chances staying on the high side through most of the week.